guys? CP the Tool Addict. Woo! Yeah. I can't find anything in this press release here. Craftsman has not released an official statement. We better go to Google, hadn't we? We don't have anything here. Just I got some breaking news. Unfortunately, I cannot find anything from Craftsman directly, but I have a source, or there's a source that released Tool Guy Y released this, that Craftsman is closing its USA hand tools factory. Yes, Craftsman is closing the Fort Worth, Texas, USA factory. So I know you guys got questions, so let's get right into it. Alright, Craftsman will be discontinuing operations at their Fort Worth, Texas facility where they are working to produce where they were working to produce new USA made hand tools. Stanley Black & Decker announced the new 425,000 square foot factory in the mid 2019, where they plan to produce Craftsman mechanics hand tools, including ratchets, wrenches, sockets, tool sets, etc. In late 2022, Craftsman said the factory was open and operating and producing tools. Where were they, Craftsman? I still haven't seen them. I want to see the USA tools. I mean, this is going to be a limited run. Like, they're going to be wiped out when they do come out. I can tell you that much. But they're never, once again, they're going to be ended when they do. So I don't know. So why is the biggest question is, you guys are going to ask, why is the new Craftsman factory closing? 3 years ago, Craftsman teased us that something new was chroming soon, and that the USA made mechanics tools and sets were on the way. But, however, a lot has happened since then, with the pandemic, supply chain issues severely impacting many industries. When Stanley Black & Decker first announced their plans, they said the new Craftsman hand tool factory would leverage some of the most advanced manufacturing technologies available, to optimize productivity and sustainability. All of that is what I was under the impression too. And knowing what they do at the DeWalt factory, which you're going to find out, that's another interesting topic coming up too. But knowing all that, I really thought Craftsman was going to make this happen. However, I was told today that the success of the plant required innovative solutions and new two-world processes to all come together consistently. They hoped to overcome numerous obstacles, but they ultimately could not. According to the official announcement, this and other actions taken by the company are designed to deliver $2 billion of cost savings and are reflective of current economic conditions. What about the tools they produce? Well, let's get into that. I was told the tools that they produce at the Fort Worth facility will be available for sale at existing distributors. Once those tools sell out, they will not be replenished. So what does this mean for USA-made Craftsman tools? While this is obviously a major and disappointing setback, Craftsman insists they remain committed to USA production. They strive to produce as much here as humanly possible. Stanley Black & Decker is saying this. They're producing here as much here as humanly possible. We're going to talk about that, so keep sticking around because we're going to talk about that. Additional news. Here we go. Additional news. Stanley Black & Decker is also transferring operations from the Churraw, South Carolina facility, sorry if I butchered that, to their facilities in Jackson and Gallatin, Tennessee. Now, keep in mind, Snap-on has producing all their new taps and dies in Tennessee, too. A lot of stuff's moving to Tennessee, and it's tax-related. I will say that. Tennessee is giving big breaks to big businesses and bringing in big money. A lot of YouTubers moved there, but, so on. That's a whole nother deal. According to the websites, key products made at this factory include DeWalt and Stanley Black & Decker saws, tape measures, and toolboxes. Actually, toolboxes are made in Sedalia, so I'm not really sure what's up with that. The transfer of the Churraw Churraw, South Carolina operations will affect 182 employees with 80 jobs added in Tennessee, and the discontinuation of operations at the Fort Worth, Texas will impact 175 employees. Stanley Black & Decker says they are focused on providing a smooth transition support services for affected employees. All right, so just to kind of sum this up here, this last part was really interesting. 182 employees with 80 jobs added in Tennessee. So 182 employees cut half the jobs. Did you notice that? Did anybody catch that? Actually, they cut less than half the jobs. So they're only bringing back just under half of those employees back to that operation. That should tell you something right there. That's gonna key up for a lot of what I'm gonna talk about here. And then 175 employees are losing their jobs in Texas. 175 people lost their jobs in Fort Worth, Texas. Guys, and really I'm going to be beating a dead horse, which I'm not going to. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I've seen this on the horizon, and if you've noticed on my channel that I've been, showing some different tools from Taiwan and finding better options. YouTube is filled with Harbor Freight. It's pretty hard to deny that people are not interested in quality anymore. And I'm sorry if you're a Harbor Freight fan or a cheap tool fan. These words are factual. You don't care about quality if you are buying a bunch of those tools. Now, don't get me wrong. There is a bunch of nice tools that are made in Taiwan that are not bad. But at the same token, they're using cheaper manufacturing. Now, the other thing is the technology that Taiwan is using is what I'm assuming the manufacturing that they were using in Taiwan is what they were trying to implement in the Fort Worth facility, because knowing it's Stanley Black & Decker, they had plenty of those factories. They knew what they were doing. The sad part about it is if they had 175 jobs in Fort Worth, Texas, and Stanley Black & Decker is the #1 tool company in the world, and they can't build USA-made tools in this country, what's that say about our economy in the tool business? What's that say about the future of the tool market? I know a lot of you are going to say, well, I hope Snap-on goes out of business next. Which, Stanley's not going out of business. They're smart enough. They know they're just changing their manufacturing. Snap-on will end up doing the same if they have to, too. Eventually, everybody will ship their jobs out to third world countries because they can get sweatshop labor and they can have 10-year-old kids build their tools. The sad part about it is that they're already changing child labor laws here to incorporate longer work hours for younger kids. You know why that is? Because we can't get people to work. We can't get people to do their jobs. We can't get people to go to work. And part of it, and this isn't because people are lazy necessarily. This is because the people in management positions are lazy. They aren't out there working side by side. You can blame it on the blue-collar workers, and everybody can talk about all the people sitting around, all this and that. And you're going to hear a lot of people that are going to be rapacious about it, and, all sorts of everybody's got a theory. But at the end of the day, motivation comes from attitude reflects leadership. That's what it all boils down to. Attitude reflects leadership. If you are working in a fun environment and you love your job and you're going to work every day, that's awesome. And whose job is it to make that happen? Is that your job? No, it's the environment you're working in, which means the shop owner, it means the management, all those people. And quite frankly, we pay more attention to the people that don't do their job anymore because we don't want to deal with them because we're lazy, instead of trying to figure out a way to get those people motivated. There's several ways to skin a cat, and there's a lot of opinions and whatnot. I'm sure we're going to hear a ton of them in the comment box, which is great, because these conversations always bring in a lot of awesome stuff. But anyways, guys, we can discuss this further, but this is definitely a huge bummer. and unfortunate. Not what I wanted to see, not what I wanted to hear, but here we are. Now we got to deal with it. Facing the music. What's next? Who's next? What company's going down next? We've lost SK. Now Craftsman's going to be out forever. Craftsman's basically Taiwan-made tools now. Who's next? I'll give you a couple guesses. Snap-on's not going to be gone because Snap-on has a solid market with their technicians. I'm sorry, but their market is completely different than what Craftsman was. Craftsman was the everyday guy. Snap-on is the mechanic, and the people that love Snap-on are going to be loyal to Snap-on. They have a loyal following. Anyways, guys, remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, ring your bell, or mine, whatever you want to do. Remember, keep your hands dirty and your money clean. Thanks for watching.